Hey, I'm Jessica Anderson. I'm running for the House of Delegates here in the 71st District of Virginia for 2025 this year. And a lot of conversations that I have been having and literal DMs on Facebook that I've been getting have been around the cost of healthcare and specifically prescription drug cost. I have had independents and Republicans reaching out to me going, hey, can you help me understand? Because I know that you talk about this stuff, why my insulin is going up, why my EpiPen for my son went up in price, why the drug that I use monthly to literally make me able to function and not have a debilitating disease, why is that costing me 3 times what it used to cost? There are a few things that are going to influence the cost of prescription drugs. One is tariffs, which we know is a very real issue right now under this current administration. Another one is the rolling back of the Inflation Reduction Act that targeted drug costs and lowering them for everyday Americans. That was rolled back through an executive order under this administration as well. So there are some real federal implications that are making everyday costs for people that are on fixed incomes or living paycheck to paycheck a little more difficult. And this is quite literally life saving access. Now, let me be super clear. HB 1724 that I'm about to discuss was not a end all be all fix for this issue, but it definitely was going to create some reporting and reviewing that could establish why these costs are going up and curb said costs moving forward. Now, there's also some budgetary things that we could be talking about at the state level to address healthcare costs, specifically around prescription drug costs. But what I find super interesting is that my opponent, Delegate Batten, voted against this affordability prescription drug research board, as you can see here. And the governor inevitably vetoed it, even though it did pass both the House and the Senate with some bipartisan support. So I'm genuinely curious, when this event transpired that Congressman Rob Whitman just posted 2 hours ago, where he was uplifting the current Delegate Batten for her reelection, did they address the fact that he is one of the yes votes that's cutting billions of dollars from Medicaid, or the fact that he's cutting health care for 630,000 Virginians, or the fact that this type of act and what she is by definition endorsing by attending this event is going to shutter the doors of healthcare facilities and cause the cost of things like prescriptions to skyrocket. Did they talk about that at all? Because again, these are legitimate complaints I am hearing from voters in the 71st. A week ago Sunday, I sat on a porch of a man who I know is Republican, and he was telling me how he has some serious concerns about healthcare costs as a retiree. The fact that his prescriptions are going up, his healthcare costs are going up, and he still has to pay for everyday things, for groceries, to put gas in his vehicle. And he said, I am struggling. I'm questioning whether I should sell my vehicle. These are people that live in our district. The fact that I had a outwardly independent individual who we've always had great back and forth because obviously we do not share all the same values, but she texted me privately and said, hey, my son's EpiPen went up. Is there any way we can address this? And I'm like, yeah, there is actually. We can talk about policy. We can talk about a budget that's going to address the cost of healthcare, the cost of prescription drugs. Like, these are real issues. And when you go to vote in November, make sure that you are casting your vote for people that are being honest about what's happening and what's to come, and also offering you solutions, policy. Because right now, Delegate Batten and Congressman Rob Whitman may be talking to you, but they're not telling you what's actually happening. Know the difference and vote.